The NBA's top young dunkers take center stage for the final event of All-Star Saturday, the Slam Dunk Championship. This talented quartet will battle for the crown along with the last two titleists, 93 winner Harold Miner and the defending champion, high-flying Isaiah Ryder.
Ghost riders in, ghost riders in the sky.
And now the Slam Dunk Championship. This started about 12 years ago at All-Star Weekends. We're going to meet this year's competitors now. And we join our public address announcer, Jeff Munn, to introduce the 6 competitors.
And now, here are the competitors in the 1995 NBA Slam Dunk Championship. When this rookie gets near the basket, look out below. From the Utah Jazz, Jamie Watson. Rumor has it this young forward can dunk from the free throw line. Tonight he'll have his chance. From the Los Angeles Lakers, Antonio Harvey. This rookie's nickname is the Rocket. He was one of the nation's best dunkers as a college senior last year. From the Dallas Mavericks, Tony Dumas. He started his career right here in Phoenix. Now he's rattling rims in the city of brotherly love. From the Philadelphia 76ers, Tim Perry. He won the NBA Slam Dunk Championship as a rookie. Now he's trying to become only the 3rd player ever to win it twice. From the Miami Heat, Harold Miner. And finally, the defending champion from the Minnesota Timberwolves. He dunked through his legs to win the title last year. Going for back-to-back championships, Isaiah Ryder. Ladies and gentlemen, the participants in the 1995 NBA Slam Dunk Championship.
And they will be judged by the greats. There's Julius Erving, Mo Lucas, Connie Hawkins, Lou Hudson, and George Gervin, our judges for tonight. And that's a tough group of judges. Here are the rules. Let's bring you up to date. It was changed last year to make the competition much more attractive. The first round is a 90-second program. And in that first round, the players select their own music, can dunk as many times as they want with a minimum of 3 dunks, and they'll get 1 score out of there. Then the top 3 advance to the finals. In case they need a tiebreaker, there will be a 1 dunk-off. But the players have to dunk 3 times in their 90 seconds in the first round. No more than that. And then the judges will give them 1 score with a maximum of 50. There's the prize money. 2010, 5,500, 2,500, and 1,000. And we are ready to go. It'll be Tim Perry, Jamie Watson, Tony Dumas, Harold Miner, Antonio Harvey, and Isaiah Ryder, in that order, selected by the draw.
You know, Hubie, it's going to be interesting, Bob. What we've seen in the past with dunk competition is so many guys that bounce the ball off the floor and start their dunks. And you know what? They have not been given high marks for that. Correct. Let's see if we don't see that many of those this year.
Now, they want style, originality, and creativity. But that group of 5 guys are always tough in the first round with low grade. They want to see power and they want to see energy. And if you use power, it must be clean.
Here comes Tim Perry from Philadelphia. He is 6'9", the second tallest of the dunkers. Good start. Remember, he has 90 seconds. It's like a skating program. He gets 3 dunks, but then will get 1 score on his overall program. Power.
You know what he's got to do, though? He's got to bring some charisma. He's got to bring some energy. As Hubie said, he's exploding, but his body language is very quiet right now. You got to bring some charisma to this. You got to get the crowd excited for you. And this is a guy who's played in Phoenix before. They want to get behind him.
Now, they are allowed to bring their own music.
Charles, you don't look very excited over there with your all-star buddy.
Hey, Tim Perry, Doug is right. He has no enthusiasm. The crowd is not into it, so he really don't have a shot unless he gets more excited.
See, now he's got to hurry up because he missed that dunk, and he's got to complete 3 dunks. Now he's got to get back and get this dunk so he can be judged on 3 dunks.
He missed that one too, so Tim Perry's going to be disappointed. He did not get all 3. You have to have a minimum of 3 dunks, so he was only 2 for 4 on the dunks he attempted, and not a very good start for Tim Perry, Charles.
Well, he's done. You can stick a fork in him.
Give us your thought on this.
Number one, he just wasn't very enthusiastic. I think the crowd just wants to get excited. He has bad body language. I mean, he's a high leaper, but he's just unenthusiastic.
Well, our next competitor is going to be Jamie Watson. A lot of people may not be familiar with Jamie. He played his college ball at South Carolina, 6'7", 22 years old, plays for Utah, was their 47th pick. So this is a man who could certainly make a name for himself. You're looking at Tim Perry over there, may have hurt his left leg. They're looking at the attention over there. And we're waiting for the score, the combined score from the judges of Irving, Gervin, Hawkins, Hudson, and Lucas. And remember, it's the best out of 50. He gets one, only 31, and as Charles Barkley said, that won't be good enough.
In the first round last year, Isaiah Ryder had a 46.8. Sean Kemp, 46.6. Robert Pack, a 42. They were the guys that moved on.
Well, here's Jamie Watson's appearance on national television. Somebody most of the people around America aren't familiar with, unless you're a real basketball junkie. 47th pick of Utah. Whoa!
Oh, yes.
You know, Hubie, these young guys that we're seeing right now are not what we'd call the prototype stars of their team. And, you know, they almost look like they're a little overwhelmed by the atmosphere here. You know, your stars have a tendency to bring a little more energy, and this kid's got some hops. And, you know, Charles talks about body language. It's so key when you're watching it from these judges' standpoint.
He should go right back to that.
So there's a bounce dunk.
And he gets a jam to go. Charles, what are your feelings of you and your friends over there?
Cedric Savallo, the ex-slam dunk champion. What do you think of Jamie Watson?
Well, he's got good up. You know, he's a young guy. He doesn't look nervous. And I think the most important, that was nice.
Well, that was very nice. Anthony, what do you think of that one?
Oh, that was nice right there. I got to give him props on that one.
That was the best dunk so far, obviously.
See, he was 3 for 4 in his dunks, and when he finished his 3, he decided not to use the rest of his time. So Jamie Watson will now await the scores of these judges.
I think on this right here, I mean, the extension after the catch, you're going to see the movement. He gets up, sends it down.
Yeah, that's a great dunk. The problem is he makes it look so easy. That's why I say so much about the energy level. You know, they talk about the creativity and the power. You see that right there, Hubie. But one of the things that they talk about is the energy. And, you know, I think what you're going to see the difference in some of these dunkers, I expect Tony Dumas to show a little bit more energy. He's a little bit more of an upbeat kid. And I think Ryder, you know he's going to bring energy, and Harold Miner. That, to me, is what's going to separate these young guys as they start in this competition in this first round.
Tony Dumas will be next. Watson gets 40.4. Remember, the top 3 of these 6 will advance. So Perry with 31, Watson with 40.4. And next up is Tony Dumas. Tony is 6'6". He's 22 years old, played his college ball at University of Missouri, Kansas City, 9th pick of Dallas in '94, and he has been practicing on a dunk. Matter of fact, he's kept it secret. He only told me.
The Texas. What?
Texas told you too?
Twister. Yeah. Oh, Bob. I mean, you know.
Well, at the Final Four, he was one of the 8 players invited. He's a 6'9" high jumper.
And Charles looks like some good body language coming here.
He's brought some energy already.
Getting everybody excited.
Missed the first one. He got a good bounce, though, all the way out to half court. Remember, you got to get 3 dunks down. It doesn't hurt anything if you miss. It's a total score of your performance in 90 seconds.
He better get going.
He's got to complete 3 dunks in 49 seconds here. If he misses this one, he's in real trouble. He's in trouble now.
I think he hurt his right knee. He was holding the knee brace before he went, and I think he's got a pull on that knee. Oh, he's going to try it again. He was pulling the brace up. You see just a little bit of a limp here. I thought he was coming down to talk to you, Charles.
Excuse me?
I thought he was coming down to talk with you.
He might as well.
So young Tommy Dumas is 0 for 3 as you look at Shaquille O'Neal and Anthony Hardaway and the All-Stars getting ready to play tomorrow. And Tony says, well, it was a good idea. I never did see the Texas Twister. That's our first shutout, I think. Charles, your thoughts on this? It looked like he was going to offer some personality here.
Yeah, I think he just got a little bit nervous and he didn't perform very well. He just never seemed like he got comfortable out there.
Well, they're going to give him a total of 15 points, which of course will put him dead last at this point. So Perry's 31, not looking quite so bad now. But Jamie Watson with 40.4. And next up is the champion from 2 years ago, Harold Miner from the Miami Heat, and he was only one of 4 rookies to win the Slam Dunk Championship.
I expect a nice routine out of Harold Miner. I think you're going to see some sweet dunks here.
Harold Miner at 6'5". Whoops. So far, the contestants have mixed 6 of the 11 dunks they attempted. Oh, that's a beauty from Harold Miner.
He's trying to cuff the ball here for a dunk, and it looks like it's slipping out of his hands. He might not be able to do the dunk he'd like to do. Here's another one of those bounce dunks.
Oh, Charles, what are you thinking? Charles Barkley, how are you and your group liking this? I think we've lost our communication with Charles. We'll get him back in here in just a moment. Harold Miner has brought the crowd to their feet. The first electrifying dunker of the evening. He's still got 37 seconds. Remember, he has to complete 3 dunks. And a score of 40 out of 50 is the number to beat so far.
I tell you what, he getting these guys excited. This guy dunks with awesome power. He plays to the crowd. That's an advantage for him and J.R. Riley. They're the guys who play to the crowd better than anybody. They definitely have an advantage.
Oh, yes.
There's that cup dunk he wanted to do.
So Harold Miner, in our view so far, correct me if I'm wrong, Charles, is the leading contender as of now. Do you agree? The crowd thinks so. So Harold Miner brought the crowd to their feet. So far, definitely the most exciting. Let's see if he also excited the judges.
Well, the style is there, the energy, and then the power. And when he's sending it so strong, and it's clean.
His eyes were almost to the rim when he dunked that ball. Look at the guys.
Yeah.
Gary Payton and Mutombo. Mutombo would be going, not in my house, not with that.
How about this? 49.2. Our best score of the night for Harold Miner. He was the 93 slam dunk champ. Now, up next will be Antonio Harvey, and he's the tallest of the dunkers. Antonio Harvey, whose father and brother, by the way, played in the NFL, is 6'11".
The highest score in last year's competition was in the finals when Ryder had a 49.
So that's higher than any score last year. Here's Antonio Harvey.
Well, let's face it, that was impressive.
This kid, this guy's got some energy. He can explode.
Getting some cheering on from his teammate Cedric Ceballos.
That was a quick hop off the floor.
He was undrafted, by the way. Played college ball at SIU and at Pfeiffer in North Carolina. Oh, yes.
You know who he reminds me of a little bit as he's dunking here? Larry Nance.
Yeah, and you know, he caught his forearm on the rim, and it definitely stung him. You can see he's conscious about his forearm, his right forearm. It's all right.
I thought he was going to dunk that one with his head.
That's all right. He has plenty of time here, though, to recover.
See, that's where a guy like Julius Erving had such an advantage because his hands were so big. He moved the ball all around and dunk it. And so he's doing all these things in the air. And these guys aren't able to palm the ball.
Harvey calling for attention from the crowd now. Moving the camera out of the way.
You better get in it.
3.
That's right. If he misses this one, he'll take himself right out.
That's absolutely right.
This better go down.
Oh, it didn't. And he only has 4.2 seconds.
He better dunk one. He doesn't know the rule. He better get one down.
He's not going to get it down. Only 2 dunks. Shaquille O'Neal is stunned. Shaquille O'Neal leads the NBA in number of dunks. We should get Shaquille in this competition one of these years. Antonio Harvey brought the crowd to its feet, but then here's the beauty that he made. You remember he's 6'11".
He just loses track where he's at.
Oh, that might have really done nicely for him. He got 35.2 anyway, even though he hit only 2 of his dunks. And now the defending champion will be next, Isaiah Ryder, and the top 3 advance. So right now it's Minor, Watson, and Harvey. So Isaiah Ryder has to beat a 35.2 in order to advance to the finals.
It's a little bit like a point guard. You cannot lose sight of the clock. And you have to understand that 3 must go down.
That's right. You got to know what you need.
That's right.
Isaiah Ryder, who predicted at the draft last year he was going to win, he's already hopping. Oh, nice try. He's staying active.
This guy's body is alive. I mean, this guy's got a live body. He's going to try it again.
That was a good one. Off the bounce. The defending champion, only Michael Jordan ever won the slam dunk competition back-to-back. Dominique won it twice, but not back-to-back.
Remember, he's got that between. Here's another bounce dunk. See, I think this is going to hurt him. I think he needs to go to that corner and do that between the leg dunk he did last year.
45 seconds and the clock ticking down. Remember, he's got to get off 3 dunks to really have a good chance here. He's only hit 1 so far.
He's got to get 2 down right now.
He's in big trouble here.
Everything's off the bounce, Hubie. This really surprises me that he's doing this. He's going to run out of time here if he's not careful.
23 seconds. He's got 16 to get 1 more dunk.
How about the between the leg one? That's what we want to see. He's going to probably, here he goes from the corner.
Off the back. Now, will Bose get him a better score than Antonio Harvey's 35-2? Harvey only hit 2 dunks.
I would have to think
Ryder will be advancing with Minor and Jamie Watson.
The last dunk was a safe dunk.
I think he tried to save his best, maybe for the finals, hoping he'd get in. But, everything was on the bounce here, Hubie. He must have tried about 5 or 6 of these. And he gets that one really on the way down. That's not a spectacular dunk. The timing was great, but...
44.6, and that will advance him with Harold Minor. So it's Minor with 49, Isaiah Ryder 44, and Jamie Watson, the youngster, the unknown from Utah, will advance to the championship round of the slam dunk when we return to America West Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona. All-Star Saturday night. We're in the championship round of the slam dunk competition here in 1995. We have 3 finalists, Jamie Watson, Isaiah Ryder, and Harold Minor, and they will go in that order from left to right. Jamie Watson, Isaiah Ryder, Harold Minor. Charles, you're thinking about this young man here, relatively unknown, Jamie Watson.
He is unknown, but he's a very good player. I had the pleasure of playing the Jazz a couple of times this year, and he could jump out the building. But I think the first round was somewhat disappointing, and I think Harold Minor and Isaiah Ryder got something better in store in the second round. They just wanted to get past the first round.
Now they're coming down on your end of the floor, just across the court from where Charles Barkley is sitting with tomorrow's All-Star Game competitors.
Oh, yet.
Wow. How about it?
That was pretty good. I don't think the crowd will wait for them last two guys though. He's going to have to do something spectacular to win this thing.
Of course, he has to impress these judges, Connie Hawkins and Julius Erving over there.
Now this round, he only has 60 seconds in this round.
Right, and he's only got 15 left. Remember, in this round also, only 2 dunks are the minimum. So he needs to get one more, and he has 9 seconds. Not going to get it.
I tell you what, when you miss one of the dunks early, it puts a great amount of pressure on you. I mean, 'cause that clock is moving a lot faster than it seems. You know what I mean?
Yes, completed only 1 of 3 did Jamie Watson. Now, we're down to the 2 defending champions. Here's the miss. Harold Miner and Isaiah Ryder coming up next. Wow.
You know, the bad thing about trying to bounce the ball, if the bounce is not perfectly, the dunk is wasted. I mean, and it's too hard to do. But if you're going to bounce it, it has to be perfect every time on the bounce.
You know, they've been trying to win a championship with bounces ever since Spud Webb in 1985.
Well, you know, it's better for small guys. It gives them an advantage. But for the big guys, your timing has to be perfectly.
So you see only 26 points for Jamie Watson.
Charles, I think you made a good point, though. I think that Isaiah Ryder was cruising in that first round, hoping to save his best for last, knowing that this crowd is going to want to really get into it.
Yeah, and once he does that dunk coming from the corner, that's definitely, I think, going to be the highest rated dunk of the night. But he's definitely a Showtime player. This is this environment.
Here's that bounce.
I don't know why all this bounces. That really surprises me. Here's the corner dunk.
40 seconds left for Ryder to try to get 2 dunks in here.
JR doesn't have enough room over here, he says.
He still hasn't put one down. He needs 2, 30 seconds.
He's trying to get these camera guys to move. He just doesn't have enough room to try this dunk.
We've got about 10 cameras over there to cover you. That's the problem.
You know how these press guys are. They're not even trying to get out of his way.
Well, take care of that. Here goes Ryder. That's a beauty. How about it, Charles?
Boy, that was very good, but he's rushing now. He got about 10 seconds to go. There's a lot of pressure on him now. I'll tell you what.
He's got 5 seconds. Will he get another one in?
No. Things are looking very good for Harold Miner. What do you think, Anthony Hardaway?
I think so. I think Harold, if he comes in and do a couple good dunks, then he'll have his win.
I tell you, this guy, number one, he is so explosive, but he dunks with so much power. I think that excites the judges and the crowd. I mean, when they show the replay, you can see the force when he puts it through the basket. And I'm talking about Harold Miner.
Yeah, here's Isaiah Ryder's replay. That'd make a good highlight film on a poster, Charles.
I tell you, it would. You know what? This time, the clock is really putting a lot of pressure on the competitors tonight.
Yeah, more so than last year. So you see Isaiah Ryder only 34. So already Jamie Watson eliminated. So Harold Miner has to beat 34 to become only the 3rd 2-time champion in the slam dunk competition history. Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins won it twice each. That may be enough right there, Charles.
If he can just get one more semi-impressive in, he's got this thing won. But just look, he just dunks with so much power. Then them kind you can't try to block right there.
Maybe it's the shoes, Charles.
Oh, no, they're not my shoes.
Scottie Pippen looking on. It looks like Harold Miner's going to walk away with this slam dunk championship. He's already hit 2. Oh, yes.
This guy is so explosive. Nope.
Oh, almost got it. Remember, Miner got a 49-2 in the first round. So it'll be a shock if Harold Miner doesn't walk away with this. We'll get our judges' decision in just a moment. Julius Erving, George Gervin, Connie Hawkins, Lou Hudson, Maurice Lucas, the judges. Let's look at these replays.
This could be Miami Heat night here.
Could be. Glenn Rice won the AT&T long distance, Harold Miner.
For Kevin Lockyer, he'd like to have a couple wins when they go back.
The score for Harold Miner, 26.
He was smart. He stayed away from the lob.
Yeah, all that
He went to
bouncing.
what he does best. Cradle the ball, send it down strong.
And our winner is Harold Miner. No wonder he's smiling so much, from Miami, who has won for the second time. And tonight, no question, Niner was Finer, the 1995 Slam Dunk champion. We'll be back to talk to Harold and see the trophy presentation right after this. Back to America West Arena, where Harold Miner has become the third two-time champion, joining Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins to win this contest at least 2 times. And let's go now to look at the trophy presentation from, of all people, Julius Erving, who really set the standard for how to dunk a basketball. And it's been a long way down since the great dunks of Julius Erving, that's for sure. Let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, Harold, you had this trophy 2 years ago. Injuries, you couldn't defend your title, but you got it back. Talk about tonight's competition, obviously the music and the different rule changes.
Well, first of all, I want to thank God for giving me the athletic ability to come out here and do what I did. You know, some great competition. JR is, you know, one of the greatest athletes that I've ever seen, and you know, to be out here and you know, and compete with guys like that is very rewarding for me. Hopefully, I can just build upon this now.
What does this do for the Miami Heat? Your teammate, Glenn Rice, won the long-distance shootout. You come in and win the slam dunk.
Well, I heard Glenn in the background saying it was a heat wave in here. You know, we took the trophy, so, you know, it was very good. It's very good for the organization.
Well, the heat wave stormed over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Isaiah, you didn't have a chance to guess really good competition at the end because you missed the one between the legs.
Yeah, I was trying to go baseline, go between the legs. Then I had another dunk baseline that I wanted to do, but there wasn't a lot of room. I only had like 2 or 3 steps to take. But no excuses, hands down. Harold won it, and I give it up to him.
Okay, will you be back again to try to get it back from Harold?
Oh yeah, I'll be back. Overall, I think it was a weak contest. I think everyone could have did a little better, but I look forward to next year doing some different things.
Congratulations on the career high 41 the other night.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Oakland.
Bob.
Thank you, Craig Sager. Charles Barkley, it's my humble opinion, this was the worst slam dunk competition in the history of 11 years I've been here. How about yourself? What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think they've got to do something to restructure the whole system, because it don't seem like the guys are motivated and excited as they should be. It's a great opportunity. It's a fun event, and the crowd never got into it. And when J.R. Ryder did not perform well, it kind of made it very lackadaisical. The whole thing was lackadaisical.
Okay, well, Charles, everything was lackadaisical except your performance once again.
But it's hard carrying you guys.
I hope it doesn't hurt your back. Charles Barkley, thanks for joining us. We'll be watching you and the Suns and Scottie Pippen going down the stretch run here.
All right, thank you very much.
We'll come back to wrap it up from America West Arena on All-Star Saturday night 1995 right after this.